Hi, this is Derek. I have a quick review for today. Hopefully quick. This is a movie that I saw last month, but since I was like in like kind of like super duper horror movie October mode, I never really got a chance to talk about it. So I thought I'd talk about it now. Um, it's a Tom Cruise science fiction film, which he's known for doing. He does a lot of them actually. Some better than others. This one was originally titled "All You Need Is Kill." It was based on a graphic novel of that same name. And for the movie, they originally had that title, but then they kind of changed it. They're like, okay, all you need is kill is kind of weird. Let's change it to Edge of Tomorrow because it kind of fits better with the theme of the story. So it's titled Edge of Tomorrow. Now that it's hit home video markets, they've kind of, I guess, glorified the tagline of the movie, which is "Live, Die, Repeat." So now it's kind of titled "Live, Die, Repeat: Edge of Tomorrow." I guess I don't know. I don't know what you call this movie. They're probably going to change it once more. So who knows? Untitled Tom Cruise science fiction film. So basically, there's that. This is a very good movie, though. It's basically, I mean, I'll be not be the first person to say this, but it does kind of feel like a science fiction action version of Groundhog Day, basically. Because what the plot is, aliens they attack the world as they are known to do in these types of movies, and Tom Cruise, who's more of a military advisor, he gets coaxed into being on the front line with the grunts, which is like he's like, oh, I don't want to do that. The sight of blood, just oh dear. But no, he's stuck with the grunts and on the front line. Uh, Gets into a battle, pretty much a massacre. It's like kind of like a science fiction version of the storming of Normandy Beach almost. Just absolute massacre. But then he shoots one of these aliens, drips acid all over him, and he kind of like melds with their hive brain, and so he's stuck in one day, in that day of the attack, and he's repeating it over and over. So if he dies, he wakes up as if nothing ever happened that same day. It's just kind of a cool concept. And so there's a lot of interesting sci-fi stuff to this, like stuff we've seen before. So we have aliens that have acid for blood. We have mech warrior suits. We have Bill Paxton, so I'm down for that, obviously. So that's pretty cool. And I think what really carries the movie is Tom Cruise. I mean, he really is just, he has that ability to really, play a character that we can get behind. He's just, such a charming personality, I guess. He has that kind of attitude about him. And he's always good in these types of movies. And I like how, being such a big star that he does something different like this. So you got to appreciate that. So I think it's really great the way, he's playing this whole day over. He's making a little bit of progress each time. Then he kind of finds out the sole purpose, the reason. Gets involved with Emily Blunt, her character, who also had this same affliction earlier, but then she lost it because you do have the ability to lose this, sort of special power. So if he dies, he has to start the whole day over again and convince everyone of the same thing over and over again. Has to convince her. One scientist character who kind of lays out all the exposition about it is played by Noah Taylor, which is kind of cool, kind of like a Vanilla Sky reunion. So basically, he's melded with the hive mind. He has to find the brain of this alien species. If you stop this brain, then you can stop all the aliens. So that's pretty much it, and that's their goal in this movie. And I think it's really well done. I mean, though we have to meet the characters over and over again with the Emily Blunt, they cut out the stuff that would be absolutely tedious. So you could imagine like a real time version of this movie would be like 5,000 hours long, or longer maybe. So I think they edit the key points of the story very well. And along the way, I mean, there is a really good connection that these two characters have, and their bond. So I think that was kind of the high point of the movie. Not necessarily a romance, though you could have hints of that. But I think it's a good chemistry between Cruise and Blunt that works really well, and a really good supporting cast, and really good special effects, good action scenes, and it has a really good sense of humor too. So I really like that. A very entertaining movie. I wouldn't say it's like the most amazing science fiction film I've ever seen. I do think kind of I have seen people sort of overpraising it just a little bit. Maybe because it wasn't as big of a hit as they would have anticipated it to be. Like, and that's just one of the funniest things about Hollywood. When you think about that, like, this movie made money, obviously, but if the movie doesn't make $1 billion, all of a sudden it's considered a failure. All of a sudden the studio is in a panic to to kind of give it a new name in its marketing to try and welcome people into seeing it. So Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow, All You Need Is Kill. It's Tom Cruise in a science fiction movie. Come on, watch it. So that's pretty much it, and it delivers what it sets out to do. So I thought it was very well executed. The idea behind the movie is quite unique. I mean, we've seen, again, kind of like Groundhog Day, that kind of stuff before, but I think seeing it in this science fiction universe is all the more fascinating, all the more entertaining. And it does go to show that movies aren't on autopilot any longer. You can have a movie with a different type of plot, with a different kind of execution, and still make it work. So I think it is a very good and very entertaining movie. I'd rate whatever the hell you call this movie 3 stars out of 4. I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend it, though I wouldn't say it's one of the best science fiction movies of all time, but it hits the key elements, and it does a good job in what it sets out to do. So very entertaining. Love Tom Cruise in this movie. Love Emily Blunt in this movie. I say definitely give it a watch. And Bill Paxton is always awesome to see. He's good too in this movie, so definitely check it out if you're a Bill Paxton fan. If you're not a Bill Paxton fan, don't talk to me because he's awesome. So yeah, that's my review of Edge of Tomorrow, All You Need Is Kill, Live, Die, Repeat. Tom Cruise action sci-fi movie. So very good. I liked it. So that's my review. Thanks very much for watching. Until then, I'll see you later.